Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I am Liz Quinn, your star Scentsy consultant. So today what I have for you is a weekly what I've been warming, the normal amount, not anything too crazy here, but it should still give us a nice video. And I wanted to ask your opinion, all of you, my wonderful viewers and customers and such. I'm starting to get that itch for fall. I even just found this beautiful mug, which certainly speaks of August and September to come. And it's slightly past the middle of July right now. Would you prefer when I do my fall highlights video where I'll take like my top 10 wax bars and then some of my favorite warmers? Would you guys like a transitional like early fall version and then a hardcore October, November fall version, or just one big fall celebration in September, and then we'll do another one of those at Christmas? Because we did our spring, I think it's top 10 warmers and wax, and then the summer one, and you guys seem to really enjoy that. So let me know. You want 2 parts of fall? I've got plenty of warmers and lots of wax, or just one, and then Christmas, and maybe I'll do one in the winter, and that will have given us a whole year of those special highlight videos. So anyway, back to the wax. Grazing grasslands. First thing that I melted from, and really the only new thing from the haul that I did on Monday with highlighting the warmer and the cute little stuffed animal Scentsy buddy, Hattie, and then this. I'm not a super big fan of green scents just for the sake of grass. We've had a whole bunch of them. I know we've had fresh cut grass way back in the day. We had wall-e. I really didn't like that one. We had the jungle style bar from the Lion King. Those were all pretty good. This Grazing Grasslands, for what it is probably the nicest one I've had in a while. So it has some melon. It's got some wildflowers. It's definitely got some grass and some meadow sweetness. But like any green grassy scent, eventually it just gets to this plain green, not my favorite thing. I'm going to take it out of the warmer stage. So some people are really hardcore on the green scents, me not so much. I don't think I will get more of those, but if that's your jam, that's a good one. The next thing that I have here is a nice little pile of really good tropical fruity things. I am, as I just mentioned, kind of getting the itch for the August type smells where you're looking at farm type things, and I realize I really like to melt deep, complex, perfumey scents in August because you kind of don't want summer fruit anymore, but you're not quite ready for the pumpkins. And there's a lot of amber, there's a lot of vanilla, there's a lot of subtle layered spices and such that comes with that category of wax as well. But back to hardcore fruity, it is still July, it is still summer fruity melting. Aloha Adventure. Oh, is this good, you guys? This is current in the Lilo and Stitch that's available for a limited time. I would think this will come back next year. This one has a really nice balance of, I think, strawberry, maybe some pineapple, and some raspberry. It's super tart, juicy, and fruity. My first bar of this was a banger. The next couple that I've been working on, they're decent, but that first one, maybe it had extra oil in it because that thing went all over the house as far as throw. And I paired that with Yuzu Dragon, which is an old BB&B. I had to look the notes up on this. This has guava and some nectarine and just some really soft, nice fruits along with the yuzu. And it's really nice. I don't think I have any more of that. I won't cry. But between that and Surfer Chick, which are both guava dominant bars without being funky, I think the Surfer Chick's a little more memorable, but the Yuzu Dragon's good too. So then another day, I was working on all the things that had to do with summer bakery and cinnamon because I just got a few bars out of clearance of fried ice cream. They are currently gone unless Scentsy reloads it at some point. And these clearance bars, I got 6 of them. This is one of my favorite summertime scents that's kind of on the heavier side, but it's not really a winter bakery bar. So it's kind of like churro and sticky cinnamon bun mixed. It's just so rich. It's decadent. The cinnamon goes all over the house, but it still has a creamy dreaminess that's more of a summer bar. Fantastic. And then I added my last half a bar of not apples and oats, but oats and honey. This is a good bar. If any of you have the common sense that you've kept this in your club, good job. I edited mine out. Shouldn't have. Oh, this is just all the golden brown and delicious, and it truly smells like toasty oats. Most other Scentsy oat bars are kind of funky. This one's perfect. This is the best. Actually, I'd love to see that back in the catalog. It was so good. And then I used up half a clam of caramel buttercream, which to me is a very pretty, but doesn't throw worth the darn. rather forgettable bar from an LTO several Christmases ago. So that was nice. It gave that creamy and delicious, very bakery gourmand with all that cinnamon from the fried ice cream, sort of a combination day in the house. And I was craving that because I love fruit, but not as much as I love my bakery. So then another day I was doing things that were more fresh and clean. And Lux Vanilla is current in our Bring Back My Bar, and I am trying to evaluate, is this something that I want to club or not? But I put it up against a bar that is not exactly the same, but there are similarities, that is also in my club, and that's going to be Snuggle Up. And this one, the Lux Vanilla, it's sort of sweet, baby powdery, complex, and beautiful. But the Snuggle Up is a little more laundry. I already have this in my club. I keep it for my kids. And between the two of them, I think that I would use this more. So Lux Vanilla, I'm just not sure whether I'm going to put that in there. But I don't know. It's kind of one of those things. It made a really, really beautiful and rather harmonious, almost laundry, but just relaxing sort of day in the house. And I did also throw in at the same time some hydrangea bouquet. This was just okay with that. I think this is better with heavier florals. This one is still currently available. So the Snuggle Up you can't get, the Lux Vanilla you can, and then the hydrangea bouquet you can get at the moment. And they're really, really nice. So this is just a really blue sky, floaty kind of a smell. Next, I was doing a combination. Some of these are combinations of vendor wax and Scentsy. So one of the days where we had really hot weather and really beautiful sunshine, I did the rest of my second and spruce flip-flops, which is really, really nice. And there was a day last month where I broke into my Teddy B's trifecta loaf. And the trifecta is softer and it definitely has more cashmere cream, but flip-flops is sort of like the heavy on strawberry pound cake version of the same idea. So this is beachy coconut, strawberry pound cake, boom boom cream, and cashmere cream, and it's a really, really good performer. I'm excited about getting more second and spruce. I did the RTS last week, didn't end up getting any No Place Like Home. I was able to land everything else, but that jumped my cart. But this was really nice. I didn't repurchase more just because strawberry pound cake summer scents aren't my absolute like ride or die, but it was good. And I did that with a good chunk of I Heart Vanilla Beach Treats from Teddy B's, which is creamy vanilla marshmallow, vanilla milkshake, boardwalk marshmallow, and beach treats. This is the loveliest scent. It's so nice. I think May and June is the optimal time for me to melt this kind of a smell because it's great in July, but I think I enjoyed the floaty, like sweet vanilla quality of it a little earlier in the summer more, but I should just pound out the rest of this. Maybe I'll fill the whole basement with it or something. This is a beautiful smell. If it was offered again, I might get a loaf because I really liked that. So then another day, I was really craving more of the spicy, but I didn't want to go like too far into fall. So I grabbed one of Scentsy's most consistent scents that I usually sort of poo-poo, but yesterday it was perfect. And that's Welcome Home. A lot of people love this because it's our unoffensive, very cozy in the home, summer light spice smell. And you guys know, if there's gonna be spice, I want it to smack me, but this was so good yesterday. It's cinnamon and whatever other spices are in it, maybe just the tiniest touch of that 1990s home fragrance floral baseline. I don't know what that is, but there's another one called My Home that some of you have in your club that's more floral, and then good old-fashioned Yankees, what is it, Home Sweet Home? Or whatever that jar candle, which is a similar color to this. That is one of those smells that it doesn't matter where you are, what mood you're in, what season it is, you smell that tart or that candle burning and it makes you comforted. There's just something about it. So this is Scentsy's version of such, Welcome Home, and it's just good. It almost to me smells like it's got the tiniest bit of gourmand, that little bit of whatever, that very faint, it's not really like a sweet floral. I don't even know, I'm not making a lot of sense, but there's something that's cinnamon, but way different than, say, Cinnamon Bear, which is my favorite, which is straightforward, hardcore, slap you in the face cinnamon, or cinnamon that has the clove, that's called clove and cinnamon, that typically we have in the fall. Both of those that I just mentioned are safely in my club because until we know Scentsy's bringing them back, I do not trust. We have trust issues with Scentsy. So Welcome Home was very good. And then I wanted to put something a little bit more sophisticated with it because as good as that scent is, it has been around the fragrance community in 18 different iterations from every company and big box purveyor out there. I wanted something a little more interesting. So I grabbed a hot pie, which this has got to be one of Teddy B's masterpieces. Palo Santo sugared donuts, hints of chai, and a dash of pink chiffon. So this right here gives you all the things I was trying to explain in the Welcome Home, because think about it. We have a woodiness, we've got the donuts, that's the little bit of bakery that I was talking about, and then you've got your dash of pink chiffon, which I'm not sure what's in pink chiffon oil, but it has to have something that's sort of like body care with some mysterious little bit of floral. Oh, so good. I don't know. Anyway, those two together, fantastic. And I would definitely do that combination again. So then another combo of different things in the house that was partly vendor wax and partly Scentsy. I have a friend in the wax community, Chris, Dazzling Scents with Chris, which now it's something else, Wax Books and Whimsy, I think. She loves Milk of the Poppy. And we did a wax swap last year, and she just said, you have to try this. So I ordered this off of whatever pre-order or RTS was current at that time. This was poured 7/23 of 24. She swears by this scent, and today, having kept it around for a year and it's ready to really melt, I loaded up most of my warmers with this scent. It is a milky, no, that's the thing from Game of Thrones. Palo Santo and the richest creamy vanilla. Very, very beautiful. I can see why she says it is just so creamy. It's so rich. It's almost like a thick vanilla with that little bit of Palo Santo. Now, I happened to accidentally just sort of fall across a loaf of the I Heart Vanilla Palo Santo in some RTS or end of aftermath of RTS on the Teddy Bees website early in my Teddy Bees journey, which I think at this point I'm going on almost 3 years. You guys should be proud of me. And I think between the two, I really like this Milk of the Poppy, but there's something about the I Heart Vanilla Palo Santo, which I don't even know when or if she'll offer that again because it didn't seem to be super popular. I love that one. I really like this, but I really love, it's just a little more Palo Santo with the I Heart Vanilla. And this is that truly creamy, sweet, thick vanilla that Chris was talking about with a little bit of Palo Santo. It's excellent, very elegant, very lovely. I would get it again. And then I paired that with just a small amount of cashmere pear from Scentsy because both of these are a scent where you can't quite nail why it smells so good, but it doesn't overwhelm your house. That is one of my favorite categories of scent. A lot of people have done that 25 rapid fire questions tag now, and about 90% of you want it as strong as you can possibly get it. And I understand, like Charity nailed it, that we're wax addicts. We've had so much wax in our lives that we need it good and strong now because we're like oversaturated with it. But I like smells that are medium to medium strong, where you smell it, you experience it, but it's not so overwhelming that you don't want to go in for another whiff. You don't want to kind of rethink, what am I smelling? So both of these, this Milk of the Poppy and Cashmere Pear, just nailed that experience for me today, and I'm so happy. Although with my spices, you can slap me in the face. Like the neighbors could smell it. That's how much I love spice, but my family sometimes disagrees. That's how Greg likes lemon. I don't like lemon that much. But this one, Cashmere Pear. This is a really nice bedroom scent. It's got ginger, it has pear, and then it has this body care and slightly, almost like you went into a really nice clothing store, cashmere, almost a fabric smell in the best way. And it's so nice. So those two, that's a lot of rambling on that, but those two were really good and I'm enjoying that today and it's different. So then in the bedrooms, because now we're going to kind of transition to bedrooms, I changed some wax in Greg's garage the other day. We'll talk about that. Things in the basement. There's the one bathroom where I'm changing it the same as whatever I'm doing in my bedroom. Oh, so let's open this before we sniff. So Amber Road. This has been my favorite smell from the current BBMB as far as an aha moment for me. I love this now. I liked it before, but my younger daughter, this was one of her like top 10 of all time. She likes caramel apple craze, apples and oats, and this one. They're just like, these are her favorites. And I now understand why. This is like the most beautiful incense resin. It's strong enough to be pleasant, but not so strong that it's offensive. Some people are having a hard time smelling this, I'm hearing, but I'm just getting pitch perfect. Again, medium, you can smell it, but you want to go in for another sniff kind of performance. Love this. If you like resinous or woody at all, please try that before BB&B is over. It's so, so good. Okay, so then let's segue into, there are 3 things here where it's kind of weird, doesn't go with all the other stuff, so we'll just talk about them individually. Cashmere and corduroy. Love this bar. At the moment, I have 2 of them in my quarterly club as a just in case Scentsy's totally insane and this doesn't come back this fall. They've done worse. Oh, you guys. Now, all these other things that are woody, that are vanilla, that are all that, I'm singing their praises. But the best performing bar in this category that I think appeals to the most people ever is Cashmere and Corduroy. This has Sicilian bergamot. It's got a vanilla. It's got the woodiness. Oh my goodness. This is just a special, special smell. I did it in my main space. I did it in my bedroom. Just evenings where I was kind of done with whatever else had sort of fizzled out. I hope this comes back next fall. If you have not tried this yet, and it will be available, you've got to. It is one of Scentsy's best top 10 ever, anytime, anywhere. All right, another bar where I think the day that I was doing the Luxe Vanilla and all that, it kind of fizzled. I threw a few cubes of Sippin' Poolside in on top of the spent wax, which is a no-no. But this bar is so strong, I find that I get a headache unless I dilute it somehow. Oh man, this is beautiful. It smells like a well-kept pool with somebody having like a pear drink in their hand at the same time. So it is very chlory, not in a bad way. If you haven't smelled it yet, it's very pretty. But it's so strong in my house that I use it sparingly. I appreciate it. It should come back next year because everybody loves it. But if it didn't, I wouldn't cry. This is good. It's really, really good. And it's one where if you're kind of bored with what you've been ordering and you're thinking, what have I not tried in the spring summer catalog, and you like those fresh, clean pool type smells, you've got to try Sippin' Poolside. It's good. So here's what I did in the garage. So Greg decided that he wanted to have some wood dropped off so we could use this. Have you ever just bought something, it's great, but then you just don't use it? We bought this really, really cute fire pit last year. It's copper, it's got little handles, it's nice and big, and we dragged it out onto our driveway this week, and finally, because he got this load of wood, we used it. So that meant that all of my appropriate Christmas and July warmers that are still in the garage that I'm not changing, I went and changed out all the wax and put the rest of this rosemary mint that I think I had on the channel last week for in the house out there. So this is a really nice, from, what was this? Mental Health Awareness Collection, Herbal. So it just has rosemary and mint, not to the same intensity as the one that we have right now that's in BB&B. That's like a rosemary, mint, and tea tree oil on steroids. I like them both. I like Winter Wonderland better than either. But this was nice in the garage. So that's all done. Don't need any more of that. It was good, but not like, oh. So now I have things that were in bedrooms or the basement. This next bar is right up there with Amber Road for me, of something that either I'd never experienced before or I'm really appreciating from BB&B. And that's exotic vanilla. Now, people are having a hard time smelling this bar in their home. I'm not quite sure what it is. I've heard some of my other YouTube colleagues, they're struggling with this and they're disappointed by its lack of performance. I am melting this pretty much just in my bedroom. I think I did 2 cubes of my older clam from my kit in the corner of my dining room behind my little door, and it was okay there. But in my bedroom, this thing is singing. And, you know, mind you, my rooms are small. Like 3 cubes of this in my Be Kind warmer, and then I have a little mini in my bathroom. I love this. I'm considering putting 2 bars quarterly in for the moment. I have a bar in there. I might jack it up to 2. It's this lovely, warm vanilla with almost like a patchouli incense. There's some other note in here that I'm forgetting from the description. And vanilla like a body care elegant cream. Oh, you guys. I love this. Absolutely love this. I'm so happy it came back. That is not something that I ever would have picked out of a lineup to vote for, but whoever stuck it in, I think it was Dan, I'm just over the moon about that bar. I'm loving it. Okay, so I was going through and sorting things the last couple weeks, found a bunch of vendor wax that all of you guys had sent me, which I talked about it last week too. It was awesome. I put it all in its own basket so I can slowly work through it and make that a focus. So I used this clam from the Candle Nurse of Sweet Lavender Sea. The notes are very nice. Sweet lavender, fire roasted marshmallow, and salty sea air. It was poured February 9th of 2025. It was nice. Didn't throw super well, and this was in my bedroom. And after I just told you that exotic vanilla did fine, this really, I could barely smell, which is too bad. The clam is pretty, it's slightly marine, but it just didn't have any oomph. The next thing I did in my bedroom, and I was sad about this too, happy-go-lucky. I have had clams of this that just performed, and they were so good. It's like a body care, flirty, girly, plum, apple, creamy, really gorgeous scent. I got nothing out of this for 2 different tries in my bedroom. Like I warmed it one evening and then tried it another morning, tossed it out because I'm like, I can't smell a thing. The next thing, this is going in my older daughter's room. This is one of my favorite Teddy Bees scents of all time, and I know it's not super popular, and that is the Long Night. Others of you have sent me this because you're like, you can have mine. Cocoa butter, cashmere, tonka, oud wood, marshmallow fireside. I don't know. Like I said earlier in the video, I'm kind of getting to that. I'm craving warm and toasty, but not fall. I think that that's why Marshmallow Fireside from Bath & Body Works does so well. It's a good bridge between summer and fall. And anything that's sort of in that vein of roasty, toasty, and I mean, there's no perfume in Marshmallow Fireside, but kind of woody, early fall, you add the berries and the juiciness and the complexity. I am feeling those scents today. And this one would be great in the middle of the winter too, which is I think what this references, the Long Night, but I just love this late summer and early fall. So then here's another one that's sort of been my problem child because it was in the last pre-order for Teddy Bees, the one that shipped, not the one that she's currently pouring. And it was just okay. I put a bunch of this in the basement, and honestly, I just did it, so I haven't even gone down to check it again. But this is Malaise, the Red Queen, Sweet Cream, Spiced Woods, Cashmere, Plum, Pomegranate, Guaiac Wood, Cedar, Patchouli, Bits of Honey, Ginger, Smoky Tobacco, and Oak. Like, that's the kitchen sink of complex and woodsy and smoky and yummy. And I mean, it's a great smell. And like, I think I'm starting to feel this kind of thing. I tried it in May, and that wasn't a good idea. So I think I'm going to enjoy this downstairs. I've got just enough left to throw it in like 2 more warmers at some point this week and be done with that. But if I like it in the basement, I did buy 2 soufflés of that, so I might put the next one in that early fall focus melting basket type situation. So what else do I have left? Oh, I was trying to pound through just some random clams in the basement. So I did 3/4 of a clam of Sunset Cocktail down there. This is Current Destinations wax. It's really nice. It's just a mango cocktail, pleasant scent. I think I ordered 1 more just to stick it into my collection for next year. It's not something I need to club, but I was very happy. And that whole 5-bar Destinations wax bundle, I'm assuming that that will go away in August or maybe the end of July. I'm not sure. I really enjoyed all of those with the Santorini blooms and the sun-drenched cotton being the standouts for me. Then here's a bar I was shocked in the basement. This did so beautifully. Peach Paradise. This was from something this spring. Was it Easter? I don't even remember. It was sort of a nice fruity peach bar. I'm okay with it. Don't need more. But when I put this downstairs, it did really well, and it was a really happy, sweet, summery peach. So I'm glad that I put it in the basement where, as I've told you many times, scents that struggle upstairs tend to sing down there. So that was a good, just kind of a random mistake that I put it in without thinking about it, and it was perfect. And then I used up 3/4 of a clam of Vanilla Waves because I was just craving this. I think I did this on the same day as the fried ice cream upstairs. And I mean, Vanilla Waves is in my club. It is one of the best summer bakery and gourmand bars I think Scentsy's ever invented. I didn't like it when it first came out though. When I first smelled this, I got oranges and vanilla caramel, and I didn't like those things in my brain. Over time, which is so weird how our brains are wired to be able to change and adapt preferences and smell things differently. So wild. But now I smell the sea salt, the caramel, and the vanilla ice cream, and it is to die for. So happy it's safely in my club. My younger daughter gets the credit for me having it in there long enough for me to learn to love it. And that is everything that I have been getting through. So what are you guys warming this week that's your favorite? Are you starting to get the fall itch? And as I've already reiterated so many times, do you guys want an early and a late fall focus video, or just one in September with everything that might be a little longer, and maybe I'll do more than 10? And SFR is fast approaching, and then August 1st, we will be able to have the whole catalog, except for licensed and, you know, a few weird things, on sale. So, oh, and then this afternoon, this will probably be up before 1 o'clock, we do have that flash sale that's coming. It's the Beat the Heat Summer Flash Sale, and if you guys are itching to see what's in it, please tune in at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 10 o'clock Pacific, and you guys know my website, waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us. Have a great day, guys. God bless. Bye-bye.